Hey guys, I was just going to go over project number 1 with you. If you look on the syllabus, it's the Visit an Art Gallery or Artist Studio project. It's due at the end of week 2, which would be June 20th, and it's worth 15% of your grade for the course. So if we go in to the course shell here, I can show you where it's at. Content area. So project number 1. So you have a couple of options. So you can either visit an artist studio or you can visit an art gallery. And you can do this one. The artist studio visit has to be in person. So you have to know an artist personally and then go visit their art studio. And then you document it with pictures. You ask quite a few questions about their work, about their space, about their history, those kinds of things, and then you create at least 15 slideshow for this option. The second option here is the art gallery visit. So this might suit people that like to write more because it's all writing based, but there are some pictures that are required. You can either go in person, which would probably be more interesting, or you can go virtually if you can't go in person. So this one does have a virtual option for it. So it kind of just depends on if you like writing, you would probably do this one. If you like creating slideshows, you'd probably do this one, the Art Studio Video Visit. So let's look at the Artist Studio Visit PDF document that kind of goes into more detail on this option. Now remember, you just need to choose one option. So this one is basically going to an artist studio. If you have a close friend or relative that is willing to let you into their studio, this would be a good project for you. So quilters, car customizers, furniture makers, any of those people would work for this. So typically they would have a room in their home or, a garage that you can go visit. If you're not lucky enough to be close to an artist, you might want to consider the other option, which is the artist gallery visit. So you could take a tour around the studio and have them explain the different parts of their studios or tools that they commonly use. And then remember, you need information that will fill at least 15 slides. Ask them at least 15 of the following questions. So I provided you with 15 questions. And so you can definitely use these questions, but you can also come up with your own questions. It all just kind of depends on the artists and what kind of work they do. So just remember to document your tour with photos. Your cell phone will work really well for this. You can take notes. And then after you're done with your visit and you feel you have enough info, you've asked enough questions, you've taken enough pictures or video, you can create your slideshow using either either Google Slides, Canva.com, or PowerPoint. And then you need to create at least 15 slides. Each slide should have some text narrating each stage of your exploration and should answer at least 15 of the questions listed above. You can include quotes the artist will give you during your visit. And you may include additional interesting details on your slides. If you can, include a picture of yourself with the artist. So provide me with a PDF file that includes each slide in it. So 15 slides total. So either a PDF file, or if you happen to create an animated slideshow or even a video, if you know how to do that, then just give me an MP4 file for the animated slideshow or video. But otherwise, just give me a PDF file that includes each of the 15 slides or more, depending on how many slides you made. But either a PDF or an MP4 file will work well for this particular option for project number 1. Go back to the content area. We can look at the art gallery visit, which is the other option that you could potentially do. This is for people that like to write more, probably. So you just need to complete an art gallery visit. If you have an opportunity to go in person, that's probably going to be the most interesting and funnest way to go about doing this particular option for project number 1. If you find an art gallery or museum that features art from the past that is open and accepting visitors, definitely go in person. If touring virtually, search online for something to the effect of virtual art gallery tour, and then you can look around and pick a tour that interests you. Some virtual tours are better than others, so look at 3 or 4, deciding, which one you want to use. And then make sure you choose a virtual tour that has a special touring software. This software should allow you to virtually walk through and view the inside of the museum as well as view the artworks that are contained within it. So don't just go to a gallery website and look at the works on the website. That's not technically a virtual tour. A virtual tour will have virtual tour software with kind of 3D imaging software that helps you to kind of navigate the actual floor plan of the museum and then visit each artwork that might be contained within. So don't just go to a website and pick a work off the website. That's not the same thing as doing a virtual tour. So definitely document your visit if you're going in person with your phone by taking photos, or you can take screenshots of your screen if you're attending a virtual tour. So I do want screenshots if you're attending virtually, and I want you to take photos with your phone if you're there in person. If you're there in person, get a shot of you in front of the building, and make sure you take at least 4 pictures or screenshots that prove you did your virtual tour or your in-person tour. You can take more if you want, but if you're attending in person, remember to, potentially wear your mask if that's something that they require. Ask the employees if it's okay to take pictures in certain areas, because sometimes they don't allow you to take pictures of artwork, but there may be some areas where you can take pictures. Yeah, so just make sure, you check in and make sure you can take those pictures without any problems. And so once you've kind of completed the tour of the gallery, this is where you would pick out your favorite artwork in the gallery. And then this is where you'd really focus in on that one piece, and you would write a formal evaluation about the work. And you would use one of the 3 theories of art criticism covered in chapter 5. So formal, contextual, or expressive. So module 3 will have all of the information on how to write about art. It needs to be a written evaluation that should be at least 3 paragraphs long. And if possible, take a picture of the artwork you chose to evaluate or find it on Google Images, if available there. So I definitely want a picture of the artwork so that I can see what it looks like as I'm reading your paper. So include that in the paper as well with your other photos that proved that you took your virtual tour or that you were there in person. So next, find some information about the artist and write 2 paragraphs about the artist. Anything interesting about the artist will do. A biography, explanation about the art they produced throughout their lifetime. Just include enough information to fill in 2 paragraphs and hopefully interesting information about the artist. And then the next paragraph should be about the artist, the art gallery or museum that you actually visited. Any interesting historical facts. So you can use Microsoft Word or Google Docs. Place your photos in there, so the 4 screenshots, and then maybe the image of your evaluated artwork as well. Or maybe not screenshots, but photos if you went in person, and then the image of your evaluated artwork. So up to 5 pictures. Hopefully one of you in front of the building if you did attend in person. And then place your 3-paragraph written evaluation of the artwork under that, then the 2 paragraphs about the artist, and then the 1 paragraph about the museum or artist gallery or art gallery. So it's mostly a writing paper, but it does have some pictures required for it, either screenshots if you're attending virtually or pictures taken with your phone if you're going in person. So save this out as a PDF file, or if you upload a document file, a Word doc file, that would be fine too. And then upload that into Brightspace for a grade by June 20th. So if we go back to the module in the content area of the course shell, you'll see visit an artist studio or art gallery. So yeah, these are your 2 options right here. So just pick one. Kind of depends on what where your interests lie and what your skills are. And then this is where you would upload the project due June 20th before 11:30 p.m. So a PDF file for artist studio visit, or an MP4 if you have animation or video. And then for the art gallery visit, I just want a PDF or a Word file. So yeah, that's basically project number 1 in a nutshell.